Long Day's Journey into Night is a play written by American playwright Eugene O Neil in between 1939 and 41. It was actually written for the 12th wedding anniversary of Eugene O Neil, and he had dedicated and gifted it to his wife. Now, this was posthumously published in 1956. It was done according. Eugene O Neil never wanted this play to be acted during his lifetime or 25 years after his death also. The play is widely considered as a magnum opus and one of the finest America's plays of the 20th century, and it premiered in Sweden in February 1956. He received the 1957 Pulitzer Prize for Drama posthumously for this particular play. And there is also a sequel that he had written in around 1952, named as A Moon for the Misbegotten. In that he charts the subsequent life of Jamie Tyrone. This is the cover of the first edition that came in 1956 of the play, and then you also have the window card for the 1956 Broadway production of Long Day's Journey into Night, starring Frederick March and Florence Edel. To summarize the story in a very few words, it would be like this is a play that takes place in one single day in August 1912 from around 8:30 a.m. to midnight. And it is set almost around in the living room of the summer house of the Tyrones. And most of the play, it is about the gloomy lives of a couple and their two boys. They are around maybe 20, the elder son would be around 27, and the younger boy should be around 23 years old. And the Tyrones, James Tyrone is the father. He was a semi-retired actor, and he is self-obsessed and miserly. Now he is a bit wealthy, but then he is very miserly. And they come from an Irish origin, Irish background, and his wife Mary is addicted to morphine, and their two sons, Edmund and Jamie. Jamie is the older one. He is alcoholic. Edmund is the younger one, and he is suffering from tuberculosis. Now, throughout the play, in all the four acts, we will see that there is an emotional and psychological tension going on around this, and most of the things that they say are about their past failures and their jealousies and they actually love each other too much, but then they are unable to express their love for each other in a proper way. And that is the main thing that we see in this drama. And then you can see that the playwright, in his instructions, we do not see a kind of judgmental description of any of the character. We'll come to know why that is happening as we go on into the play. Okay, in the first act we see that it is a living room of the Tyrones summer home, and they stay here. They have finished the breakfast in the dining room. Breakfast is over, and when the play begins, it is almost 8:30 a.m. and we have the couple, the father and mother, James Tyrone and Mary there. James is actually happy about seeing Mary healthy because she has recently returned after an rehabilitation program. She is morphine addicted, as I told you earlier, and she has gained a little bit weight that she has to get. Previously she was very lean. Now she looks a bit healthy. Now, while they were talking, they hear Edmund coughing in the other room. This makes James and Mary a bit tense because James is trying to hide Edmund's sickness, which he suspects it is TB, and Mary does not know. Mary thinks that it is only a cold, or even if she knows, she wants to pretend that it is cold. Now they are pretending that there is no illness and things like that. At the same time, we hear James hear Edmund and Jamie laughing there in the other room, and they laugh and enter the living room. Now, actually, they were making fun of James, and the two sons were making fun of the father. And for fun, they were speaking about how loud the elder Tyrann's snoring is this topic he is very sensitive about, so he gets angry. Now Edmund tells him to calm down. Now Edmund is the only character whom we see he's a little bit sober headed in this drama. He tries to calm down, but there are times when he also gets kind of flared up. And then now the topic changes, and James criticizes Jamie for not being ambitious and for being lazy. Edmund tries to change the topic by speaking about their lands at Ireland. This again is a very sensitive topic, and there is a fight between father and Edmund. So Edmund, in between the conversation, Edmund leaves the room and goes in a bout of coughing. When this happens, Mary gets anxious. Now, Jamie tells his father not to argue with Edmund because Edmund is sick. At the mention of Edmund being sick, James also get angry because he just looks at Jamie with a shut up look, and that is because Mary is sitting there. But Mary says that no, he just has some kind of a cold, and she says that doctors are all lying and things like that, because maybe she remembers that the reason why Mary is sick is because during her childbirth, to reduce the pain, one doctor had injected her morphine, and the pain was reduced, and from then on she becomes addicted to morphine. That is how she loses her beauty, and she is in this condition of her life. Now, after speaking something, Mary exits. Now only the father and the elder son is remaining, and father and elder son, they were just waiting for